Lessons. Things. Always learn lessons, whether you even recognize it or not. We can repeat the same patterns. Yes, understanding why to stop those patterns. However, as a survivor, realizing I did always get myself out of situations, just kept getting myself back in the same situations without realizing it, but evolving in a way. So then it brings me to other things, right? This Mr. Sanjay. His own book company, his own production company. Right? So you'd look and go, okay, seems pretty good, right? Everybody is going to follow the path they're going to follow and the things. That's what I've had to learn for myself. Okay, I ask him questions on things, and the way he makes me feel, that's how I have to ask myself and be realistic, because that's what gets in your head. And if you aren't clear on the type of person you are, it's easy to be manipulated by people, and that's what I've had to realize in my life. That was been my issue. So when I went through the experience that I did when I was about 23, right, to get this story that was told to me by a stranger, you want to believe it, but it wasn't far-fetched, right? Go and you have to go back to school, and you'll be work in Hollywood, but as an intern. So like that was right, and you're gonna do all these things and blah 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 blah. So I said, Sanjay, how do I know him? I don't remember. That's the thing with this. Remember where I first met him, I can't know. He had told me that he had met me, or like he had said something. He saw me with a guy who was like a bodybuilder type, and I don't have a fucking clue even who he's talking about. So, right, my exes that my first husband's a big muscular guy, but not like I can't remember. So I don't remember the timelines, how I actually know him, if I'm completely honest. That's part of the. But the first thing he's saying, so he had messaged me before and was like, or had said, I'd like to get together. I felt safe enough in this meeting, and as I've been right, okay, I'm gonna go to a Starbucks. And my situation before was going to a Tim Hortons, but the mistake of getting in a car. Stupid, right? That's the thing. You don't know why, right? At the time, you don't know why you do what you do, but I know I'm easily misled based on manipulation, right? And this multiple things in my life, but it, for PTSD purposes, was a feeling, right, of this same situation in a different way. So that's why I actually had to repeat the cycle for myself and see, okay, because what's the stuff? Okay, well, I'll go to Starbucks, I'll meet inside the Starbucks, I know I'm safe enough, right? Blah blah blah, right? Protecting myself different. Okay, let's see what this has to say. His offer and presentation at that time was all these. He claims to be some sort of a psychologist or something, which isn't really adding up. The book company, and as I asked a little bit more questions, and that's the thing. Usually, like, you can be sold. He's a person who I understand who's easily sold on things, even with all the stuff that's happened, because I'm still naive. Okay, well, that's part of the process, and that's why I'm documenting, so that I, don't repeat the same mistakes. And the red flags, and how he makes me feel, and this is the point, and you're not realizing this at the time. The doctors did the same thing, but you can't, right? Because they're the position of power. You're not. The things they can do to you, right? What they did to me, the mental, like all of these things, the injustice, but that's what, they're in positions of power. They must be right, I'm wrong. That's how these things play out in your head. The people that control the money, or the things, right? So it's interesting, because the first, and I just got these emails now saying it's forwarded from Monday, but I didn't get them till now. Who knows? But there's me and this other girl who's a porn star. Okay, so we're completely, what presents what people would assume of me. I don't know, right? I was a model. I never saw myself as a model. I haven't been with anyone else but my husband in the last number of years, and in the last number of years, right? Other than going on I put on Match.com for one day and met a psycho, and then went on 2 dates. I haven't had like interactions. I'm not out dating. I'm not on any dating sites. That's what I said. One Match.com for one day. I'm not on pursuing really. I'm not hooking up with people. Like that's been. I'm not judging other people, but that's been my healing. Okay, but I'm part and putting myself out there though. Oh, if I wore right lingerie I was posting, or different thing, or whatever, that interpretation that other people have is what I had to get over, is the judgment. Funny enough, that's the energies of those things is actually why I'm so spun out now and looking and feeling like shit versus feeling good. But I need to get back to that because I actually had a guilt of feel because of what I attracted. So this, looking at this and saying, so this girl's just a porn star, this and that, this is this offer of him saying, you get these courses, you get this thing with me. You can stay in a hotel near me, but we have to pay for our own hotel. Okay? He's giving us his time in this course. And I understand in real reality, like time and value is a thing. Also, he never asked me a single question about myself, what I actually do, what my business is doing. He just made these claims, talked at me, and then made all these assumptions and these things at me and told me all these things that I am. As a person who's really, though, in this process for myself, been documenting this and studying psychology and this is like, he did not let me speak, but he's telling me that I'm the one who doesn't listen. And yet he has no he doesn't post online, he doesn't post his videos, right, but it's making all these things, right? So it's a little bit weird. But anyways, he's saying this course, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 5 or 6, an hour for lunch. Saving money on costs. It's just going to be the three of us at my place. Regarding the dates, I'm open as long as there's 3 weeks notice. This girl is traveling from LA, I'm traveling from Niagara, right? So he suggests us getting a hotel room, but to save us money, we could share the hotel room. But we'd pay for it. But what are we doing? So he's claiming he's going to put us through, right, so because I talk about the fact that, right, that's been what I've opened up about, is my sexual abuse and those things. And she's a porn star. He's claiming to be this human behavior expert. And he's going to put us under hypnosis. I've never touched a drug in my life. Based on this email, I don't know if she's had heroin addiction or whatever else. I don't know. I've never touched an illegal substance in my life. Marijuana was prescribed to me by a doctor in recent years with fibromyalgia, and I get proven to gave that up, and then I worked through that in different ways, and I don't put that in the same category, and I'm on no medication. I went off my meds. But he wants to know more details about our situation and our stories. Interesting. So that's one thing. Then the next was, in the same conversation, him saying, we're looking for a girl to be featured, right? For his sex stuff, right? For this romance thing. Okay. So he talks about that. Then he said, your selfies, your pictures, that's right, whatever. Then says that he has the rate call. So I guess he had told me and sent me this and I never saw it. Or it never came through. Then he follows up again with me. And I said, I posted a picture, just my dog and heartbreak. So again, a vulnerable kind of situation. Then he says, come to my house. Doesn't matter if it's in sweatpants or whatever else. Me drive to his house. So for what? Like, so he can console me emotionally? Like, what? You're making no effort. I'm supposed to just go there. For what? Again, don't know. I'm good. I'm all right. Then the next day, the call and the messages following up. I have this show with Playboy, this thing, right? Talking about this feature, blah, 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 right? And these submissions and these things that he wants. Okay. When I started asking questions on the phone about who's involved, what's the things, and everything else, his answer, you should be happy about an opportunity. He was irritated. It was kind of the same thing with the first things, even with talking. Like, he wouldn't let me speak. It was more like a dictating at me. And then I should be, and again, the thing that everybody seems to want to say, get over it. Don't look at the past, look at the future. So that's an interesting thing. But before the call, and they'll see, no, I said, no, I can't get together. I'm not doing well. And I had sent a picture of myself. These are the lessons that I take myself through, Mr. Psychologist. But he assumed me to be not a very smart person. I sent him this picture. I retracted it and said, oops, I didn't mean to send that. I'm of a right mind, a state right of mind, understanding that if I received a picture like that, and with the messages along with it, the first right thing to do would be to call the police. His thing to do was to offer like a sex thing, talk more about that, try to get me to his house. I've been documenting my own healing, my own journey, my own psychology, blah, 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 to prove the incompetence of the whole system. I'm strong enough now to be able to put myself through all of these things because of that and know how to protect myself. I go with my triggers to take me into my past so that I can heal. This is my own healing journey. The shame of the things associated with sex, or believing I'm a whore, believing I'm whatever because of what I was put through, when it's not true. I had to heal for myself to understand that. If I wear something and put it out there that, oh, I'm a whore, at the same time, right, this girl, she's a porn star, this and that. It's not my place or my business to assume anything of where she's at or whatever. Oh, she's on, that's what she wants to do, that's what she's doing. That's not my place. So I'm going to go through the process and fill this out with what he's asking, because my feeling is this guy is a predator. He's disgusting. And I think he's full of shit. I think he's had money in his back that's been able to commit continuously, right? Because it's a thing. But my gut tells me something's wrong. My gut tells me something's wrong. So my intention is not to get on any show with him or in any book. I'm going through this process for my own healing because of what happened to me in my past, and to prove to myself that I can do this and the strength of these things. And it's a way of letting go of the judgments to myself for what I went through. And if I'm completely honest, the fact that he's claimed all this psychology things, I've had to realize in my own psyche, my anger toward people thinking they're fucking smarter than me when they haven't gone through the shit. Him claiming to be this excellent psychologist and you're gonna help, or he's gonna help me. Technically, he is helping me, just not the way he thinks he's helping me.